Today we rank and predict the top 5 playbooks in EA Sports College Football 25 based off 3 categories: tempo, explosiveness, and ease. This past college football season saw the top 50 offenses average 34.2 points per game, showing a blend of precision, tempo, and effectiveness. Coming in at number 5 on this list is the Crimson Tide, led by the duo of Kalen DeBoer and Nick Sheridan. They joined a stacked roster, and even with the departure of Nick Saban, the Tide will look to maintain efficiency and dominance in the SEC. Look at Kalen DeBoer's precision with the Huskies, an offensive mastermind who will look to bring more depth in both the run and the pass game. Intricate run calls that vary in approach from counter, pin and pull, and trap. DeBoer will bring an offense with a fetish for pre-snap motion, as the Huskies motion 65% of the time pre-snap, beating opponents before the ball is even snapped. Virtually for us, we can expect just as much change in Tuscaloosa. As the offensive line gets more athletic and more diverse, their skill positions will be asked to do more reading coverage, alignment on the fly. For tempo, this style of play garners a B+. The user of this playbook will be asked to do a lot, propelling this scheme, having a heavy say in how effectively this offense is run. Next on the docket is explosiveness. Good football acumen coupled with virtual stick work will be required to play at a high level, giving this playbook a similar grade of B+ in explosiveness. The potential will always be there to make a big play, and knowledge of your game will propel or derail your efficiency. This offense will put immense pressure on the plate of whoever decides to use it day one. Play calls like truck sweep, RPOs, toss crack, or even QP wrap with built-in routes to allow layering of wide receivers will be routine for the conductor of this offense. It is a tough grade, but I am going to stick with a B, as this offense will not garner the attention worthy of a higher ranking on this stacked list. As we get to number 4, let's head to Knoxville, home of the Volunteers, where Josh Heupel and Joey Halzle are the orchestrators of this potent spread attack. Dating back to Heupel's playing days at Oklahoma, he was born and bred to run the spread, where his OC was the late great Mike Leach. His influences come from a litany of different coaches, ranging from Art Briles, Jay Norvell, and even Kevin Wilson, who was Ohio State's OC up until 2024. Elements such as the run and shoot and West Coast should enforce the fact that his roots in the spread run deep. Joey Halzle makes that bond even deeper, as he played under Bob Stoops as well. This book is a spread connoisseur's dream, providing more than enough for people who enjoy big bombs and yak opportunities. The wide receiver splits in this variation of the spread are incredible as well as unique, naturally spreading the defense pre-snap, while natural lanes are created to both run and pass the ball. Let's rank this behemoth of a spread attack, starting with tempo. A+ is the lowest I'd go for an offense this potent. Wide splits, blistering breakneck pace, and efficiency are exhausting to keep up with. Want to score 50 a game and do it fast? This is your offense day one, and look no further. Let's attack explosiveness next. Remember how I said this offense is fast? The past 2 years, their average time of possession was 25 minutes and 3 seconds. So scoring at the rate that they do makes time of possession matter little, as they get a solid A. But even though this offense is lethal in the air, the ground game leaves a lot to be desired. But if you can run the ball in this offense, you should truly be unstoppable. Being able to read coverage when you boot up College Football 25 will be such a skill gap. Ask anyone who plays Madden at a high level. Diagnosing coverage, reading holes, and identifying blitzers is tough. This spread makes it easier. Forcing defenses to show coverage pre snap is an invaluable asset to have when attacking defenses. Josh Heupel's ease lands as our first S tier on this list of explosive offenses. The heat may be getting turned up, but let's head to a place where the weather is frigid. Ann Arbor, Michigan, home of the defending national champions and number 3 offensive playbook on this list. The combo of Sharon Moore and Kurt Campbell is sure to take this offense up another notch. With the departure of Harbaugh, things may look bleak, but Sharon Moore took over and didn't miss a beat. But with all great Michigan teams, it starts in the trenches, with concepts like power, tackle guard counter, power inside zone. This will be an offense predicated on making your opponent buckle at the precision and explosiveness. Couple Sharon Moore's grit and creativity with Kurt Campbell's willingness to feed the offense through the quarterback, and you have the makings for an exciting Michigan football team. Virtually, I predict this book to be pretty straightforward. Pounding the rock, great play action, and testing your opponent's ability to defend a run consistently. For tempo, I am going to give Michigan a solid A-. Controlling the clock with concepts as mentioned before, Michigan will be akin to spreading you out or gassing the defense with 2 and 3 tight end sets routinely. Explosiveness is next, but let's indulge a bit. When you have a playbook like this, chock full of drive-ending bombs and power, it is easy to end the drive on any given snap. Controlling the clock and taking advantage at the right time is just as important. Giving Sharon Moore a tentative rating of A, but could easily be bumped up to an A+ in the right hands. Some won't agree, but historically, running the ball in virtual video games isn't the most skillful when compared to its passing counterpart. So while vision and stickwear are quite important, a team that is as dominant in the run game as the Wolverines, it is easy to rank ease as our second S tier ranking on this list. Second place is the first loser in a lot of circles, but this tier list is not one of them. Let's head to Pasadena, home of the Trojans. If your system isn't a quarterback-friendly system, then you need to find a new system. Wise words by Lincoln Riley, a spread aficionado whose only ties to the offensive side of the ball lie in Mike Leach. What separates Lincoln is his willingness to tote the rock, paving the way for his own success as an offensive coordinator and head coach, garnering praise by developing quarterbacks by the likes of Kyler Murray, Baker Mayfield, and even Caleb Williams. Riley knows how to command an offense, and so will you. Lincoln's air raid ties are dominant, electric, and efficient, with concepts such as Mills, Switch, Ohio, Double Panther, Scat, peppered with various RPO actions, leading to counter tray, tackle guard power, trap, and even good old reliable inside zone. Riley's effectiveness to incorporate the run make this playbook a must cop in EA Sports College Football 25. When it came to ranking the Trojans' tempo, at worst this should be B+, but Lincoln's efficiency bumps this to S tier. Air raid explosiveness, be it through rack, yak, or just bombs, coupled with smash mouth attitude, no one in college football is marrying the two better, and it isn't particularly close. Explosiveness is next. If your ears have been open, this is arguably the most balanced attack in college football at its peak. Pass concepts galore, power from spread looks. This is an extraordinary book. Put an S on the board for this as well. Speaking of ease, one of the hardest things to do in football is to display balance between the run and the pass and excel at both. Hours will be spent grinding this book, learning the intricacies, but let's be real here. There will always be a meta in every video game. EA Sports College Football 25 is no different. So long as there are a few viable formations, you shouldn't struggle. We will rate ease as a solid B+, and is sure to give even the best trouble in defending as well as learning the vast amount of concepts Riley's offense has to offer. Honorable mentions, while we won't briefly elaborate on these schools, it is worth mentioning a few teams that could have cracked the top 5 if they were more potent. UCLA and their new hire of Eric Bieniemy is sure to bring a pro-style feel to LA. Air Force, Army, and Navy will be fan favorites for the traditionalists, as mastery of the triple option is sure to give many people headaches, as well as Oregon and UGA for their respective offenses. Even if your preferred team or style of play didn't make the list, doesn't make it an indictment on how good the playbook can or will be. Like mentioned before, there is always a meta in every video game, and then there's an extensive group of people who would rather counter these styles of play. Play whatever is most fun for you, or run the offense that gives you the best chance to win on the virtual gridiron. Whether that is airing it out 60 times a game, or you are establishing dominance on the ground with the aforementioned triple option. As we head to the number 1 team on a stacked list, let me say thank you for making it this far. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe. If we get to 1K before July, I will be giving away 3 copies of the game. The landscape on offense was turned on its head with this one, as Chip Kelly is back with Ryan Day. Columbus is home of the Ohio State Buckeyes and EA Sports College Football #1 offense. Personally, I operate primarily as a passer, and this playbook will surely not lack the creativity, depth, and variety of ways to beat the defenses in the FBS. This already dynamic offense looks to add a level of depth to an already potent offense. Looking to run the ball, Ryan Day has always displayed willingness to test the toughness of your defense. Need to strike fast? His complex combos, combined with Chip Kelly's knowledge and creativity of attacking the defense vertically as well as laterally, are sure to be a popular pick. I rank this playbook as my #1 for various reasons. The pro-style passing concepts, from scat to Ohio, switch, mills, and even the air raid principles that could have its own video, give these wide receivers so many options when attacking a virtual defense. The layers of depth Chip brings to the RPO and run game, respectfully, are going to be a headache for anyone going into college football 25. Do you want to go fast or let all the air out of the ball and seal the game? Do you need a bomb to give your offense a spark, or do you want to grind it out? This playbook is for the master of offense, so tread carefully, because with a rating of S in all 3 categories, this may very well be the best offense in all of college football 25.